Hey, what's up guys, welcome to a new YouTube video. My name is Prince Meyson. So a couple months ago, I decided to take a nap, during the day. Woke up and I realized that my back was gone. Like I could not walk. I know you're wondering what this has to do with retouching accessories, but just chill out. We'll get there, right? So like I said, I woke up, realized I could not walk. I'd been feeling, a slight pain in my back, for staying for too long and blah, blah, blah. So I just thought it was nothing, right? But this day was really bad. Like I said, I couldn't walk. I know, go ahead with the old age jokes. It's fine. I'm old, I'm retro, whatever. Just go ahead with the old jokes, right? But after seeing a chiropractor, having the doctor check my back, doing, x-rays and all that, I realized that the problem was my chair. And I'm a cheap guy. Like I can spend a couple $1,000s on the camera, but spending money on a chair, nah, hell nah. I'm not putting a dime on the chair, right? But then I thought about it when it was really bad, because we human beings do not act until like it's really bad, right? And I realized that my chair was cheap. My chair was about $20. That's how much I bought the chair, because I was cheap, right? And I was sitting on this chair for like a long time. Now, this video is not sponsored by any chair manufacturer, but I feel like it's one of the most important part of retouching, sitting, because you're sitting for hours. If you have a sit-stand desk, then you can stand, but for the most part, you're sitting for hours. And that's why when it comes to retouching right now, that is the first thing I would recommend: getting yourself a good chair. The chair I got is the Ergo Chair Pro from Autonomous. It is an amazing chair and I absolutely love it. It has its quirks, I mean, for about $600, the chair should be perfect to me. I know it's not on the level of the Harman Millers and all those other chairs that go for over $1,000. I think used are about $1,000 and the chairs go for almost $2,000. I don't know how much they cost because they're really expensive, and I don't think I should be looking at a chair that's expensive right now. Nah, but what I'm trying to say is you're going to sit for a long time, and having a chair that's extremely comfortable and something that's going to support your back, it's really important. The reason why we work as photographers, retouchers and all that is so we can make money and enjoy our money and everything. And if your back is gone at a young age, yep, it's really terrible. So invest in a very, very decent chair if you know you're going to be retouching for long hours, or if you know you're going to take retouching seriously, because if you take it seriously, then you're going to be sitting for long hours. So invest in a really, really good chair. That is my first accessory that I advise you to get. Number two, don't worry, there's no story at all here. The second thing you should get is a monitor. It can either be just your normal screen on your laptop, but make sure it's a really good screen, or your monitor. Get something that is really color accurate so that when you actually retouch, you're dealing with like the colors that are proper, like that you can see, that colors you can see are the actual colors, right? If you use a system that has a monitor that is not properly calibrated, then at the end of the day, you're going to do this thing where you're transferring images from your phone from your PC to your phone to check how good it is. Oh, come on, that's just so unprofessional, and that's just going to waste your time, right? Because every time you have to go back and adjust this the images and the colors just to make sure you get it right. So get yourself a monitor that is that's really color accurate. Get yourself something that renders colors very well, and maybe a monitor that has that's about 4K, 2 point something K. 4K is like really good right now. If you're going to get yourself the iMac is 5K. It is just amazing and beautiful. I feel like it's one of the best screens I've ever used. The screen on the iMac, absolutely love it. But I don't have an iMac here. I use a Mac Mini, so I would advise that you get a monitor, an external monitor, when you are serious about retouching. If you are serious about retouching, right? Okay, great. The one I use is the Dell. It's Dell Ultra Sharp. It's 32 inches. I absolutely love it. It just works for me perfectly, and 32 inches is perfect for me. Moving from 27 to 32 right now, it's just been amazing. Absolutely love it. It is beautiful. Okay, great. So now you have gotten a monitor, or now you have a PC that has a really good color accurate screen, but it doesn't mean that it's going to work perfectly out the box, you know, because these people calibrate it to their standards, right? They want the colors to be like extremely vivid and the saturation to be like really high, and that's where again the calibrator comes in. You have to calibrate your PC or your screen once every few months, because that way you can see proper colors. Remember, your screen or your monitor being a color accurate monitor doesn't mean it's calibrated for the best colors, you know, for photography and for retouching. It just means that it is color accurate, but it's still calibrated at the manufacturer standard, which, like I said, they always want to be really vivid and really saturated, just to show how nice the colors on those screens are. And you know, it comes out really bright. By the end of the day, when you calibrate your screen, at first, you know, it's gonna look dull, you know, and you're not gonna like it because you're coming from something that is like really nice and vibrant. But trust me, it gives you the edge, you know, over other photographers. Now, recently, a lot of consoles have been coming out for retouching. The one I use is by Toolbox. It is small, it's really compact. I absolutely love it. I haven't been using it as much recently, and the reason is because you need a cable, and I use the Mac Mini. The Mac Mini doesn't have as many ports. I have almost all my ports taken up right now, and every time I have to use it, I need to unplug my Mac Mini, unplug something and plug to my Mac Mini. Now, recently they released a newer version that comes with Bluetooth connectivity. I would really like to buy that soon and test out for myself. But if I had that, then it would have been perfect. But Toolbox, like I said, is a console that you can it has you know, just give me a second, let me show you. So this has a lot of buttons in there, right? And knobs too, you know, and you know, nice, really clicky. What you can do is calibrate each button or assign each button to like maybe your brushes or your clone stamp tool or something in Photoshop, right? It works with Capture One too, I think. Haven't used it with Capture One, but I think it works with Capture One, works with Lightroom, works with Final Cut, works with Premiere Pro. So you can just assign different buttons on this, right, to do different tasks. Like I think I have this button in here to zoom in and zoom out, and I have this right here to increase, or one of these right here to increase my brush size and reduce my brush size. Which one? Okay, it's the one in the middle. Sometimes you have to fiddle with it, you know. And you can then assign your control or command keys, your option or alternate keys, your shift keys, you know, different things that you can assign with this, you know. If this button, you know, you just click on this button and it's your brush, what you can do is that you can assign it in a way that if you click like your control or your command key, this turns into like another tool in Photoshop that you're going to use. So it is really, really nice, and it's such a beautiful piece of tech to have as a retoucher. It takes away the guessing work that you have to do when you're using your keyboard for shortcuts, you know, and how you have to move around. For example, if I want to create like a stamp visible layer, I have to go Option, Alternate, Shift, and E, right? So that's like 4 keys. In here, I've calibrated, not calibrated, but I've assigned 2 buttons here where all I have to do is hold this and click on this, and you know, I've created like a stamp visible layer. I don't know why I have the word calibrate in my mouth. Maybe it was because I was going to talk about the monitor calibrator today. But yeah, so let's talk about the last thing that I feel like you're going to need as a retoucher, right? I know I've not touched on the PC, but I'm going to get into that in a little bit. So the last thing you're going to need as a retoucher is a tablet. Now, I use a Wacom Intuos Pro Small. I got the medium. I used the medium for about 5 years. I just thought it was too big and I had to map like a small area out for it. If you're going to be retouching, I don't think you need anything that is bigger than the small. Just get the small, you know. The Intuos Pro is what I recommend because that's what I've used for the last 6 or 7 years, 6 years or so. And it's just been amazing for me. I think the last one I had broke recently, but I used it for about 5 years and I bought it for about, I think, less than $200. That was a steal. 5 years. Can't just probably retouched over 5,000 pictures with that thing till it broke. So Wacom, that's the company I recommend because that's the company I've been using for a long time. I'm only going to recommend products that I use, and all the products that I've spoken to you about today, I bought with my own money, except the Toolbox. The Toolbox was sent to me, but I want to buy the new one that has Bluetooth connectivity. So that one, is going to be available soon, or maybe it's already available. They reached out to me to send it to me, but I don't know. I don't know if they're still going to send it, but I really want to buy that and use that. But yeah, that's about it. Those are the accessories I think you're going to need. Some honorable mentions will be maybe like an external, hard drive so you can save your images, external SSD so you can save your images there. But for the most part, these are the things that you need when it comes to retouching. Like I said, I did not mention a PC because I honestly think if you're going to go into retouching, then you should get a PC. My recommendations for that would just be something that's really good, maybe like the new Apple products or something more affordable. I don't know. That just depends on your budget. Any PC can work as long as it's good and as long as it's fast enough. But for accessories, getting yourself a good monitor so that you can actually see proper colors, calibrating your monitors, getting yourself a good chair, like a really good chair that will hold your back up because you're going to be sitting down for long to retouch. Getting a Wacom tablet and then a console. I use the Toolbox. There are other consoles out there, so you can check them out and see the ones that work for you. So yeah, that's about it. These are amazing accessories that have helped me out, so maybe they'll help you out. Anyways, if you love my content, give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, subscribe. I'll be here to make more things for you. Also, if you want to retouch better, you want to learn retouching, take your retouching to a whole new level, I have a few retouching courses. Links are in the description below. Then I also have some assets that will help you retouch better and retouch faster, like my 14 amazing actions for retouching in Photoshop, my skin tone lots, all of them are in the description below. Freebies too, description below. Anyways, thanks so much for watching today's video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing day, guys. Peace out.